Good evening and welcome to the Simply Colorful FiberCast. My name is Lynn. I'm your host, and today's date is February 6, 2016, and we did it. We're here in Missouri. This has exceeded all of our expectations. We arrived here in Kansas City yesterday morning, coming in from all parts of the country. We brought in 6 people from California and Boston, and we brought others in from South Carolina, and you will hear from folks from Minnesota and everyone who has come here to Quilt Mecca here in Hamilton, Missouri. So thank you for joining. I know that we're about 13 minutes late. Hopefully you are still there hanging out. If not, you're seeing this recorded. And again, Simply Colorful FiberCast is all about just working together for 60 minutes to see what we can get done. And we're on to clue 4 of our mystery quilt. I thought I'd go over that first, and then I'm going to invite folks who are here sewing and quilting and being so good to let us do this FiberCast here. They're going to come up and show you what they've been working on. And we have our retreat hosts. They're going to come up, Susan and Cindy, and they're going to give us, they've been sharing some tips throughout our weekend. You would not believe it. And then, of course, later on, we'll tell you, they have other people tell you about how remarkable Jenny is. She gave us a trunk show this morning, and how just amazing this whole town of Hamilton is, and all of the shops up and down the street. Whoever knew that there could be a whole shop focused on Civil War prints, a whole shop focused on solids, and that's the Missouri Star Quilt Company, and there's so much to it. So let's talk about the Simply Colorful Mystery Quilt. And I know I'm talking fast. I'm just so excited this is working. Oh my goodness. As everyone knows, we're making an Oh Baby Baby Mystery Quilt. And in week 1, we did our reference chart, and we picked out our 5 fabrics, A, B, C, D, E, that's 5. And we're now to the point where we are putting together 12 blocks. And we're actually doing a partial seam. So what I want you to do is to make our first block. This is what we're making. And for Deb out there, and for Joyce, and for Karen, for others who have already done this, and for Jean, it's looking really cool. So I hope you're liking what it looks like. To make this, we're going to do it in 2 parts. We're going to make the center square, and then we're going to put the bindings on. I'm just going to describe how to do one, and then we're going to get to everyone else here in the room and what they are doing. So I want you to pull out 1 2x2 inch square of fabric A. That goes in the middle. This is the most difficult part of the whole quilt. It's the partial seam. You can do it. Karen, KB's here. You can do it. Show us what you've done.
We can do it.
Say hi to everyone.
Hi. Look, partial seam. Piece of cake.
Oh, good. Can you stay right here? People want to see you. You're going to kill me. So KB, as you all know, has been on our show before. This is my sister. Hi. And she's come in from Pennsylvania. I forgot Pennsylvania, didn't I?
That's all right.
Okay. And thanks for wearing the shirt.
Yay,
Yay.
shirt.
Everyone's getting shirts here. Okay, so start with your 2x2 inch square in A, and then take 2 unit 9s and 2 unit 10s. And what you're going to do is, first up, I'm literally going to sew A to that unit, partway through. Were the instructions okay?
Instructions were good.
Okay.
The main thing was, and I think I heard you say this, was laying out your 5 pieces. Start with that and then go around in a circle. Yeah.
Exactly. And this first seam is the partial seam.
Okay.
This is the key to it all. Because I still have that piece left.
Yeah.
Right? So I only did part way.
Okay.
Now I fold that open. And now I have this length.
Okay.
That I'm then going to lay back down. And then I'm going to take this unit and put it over and sew across.
Okay. If any of our watchers are out there and they have a line to Jean or someone who's here. Text us and let us know if you can hear us.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I'm not sure if we're too loud or if we're screaming at you.
Right. Like talking to Siri. Remember
Right.
the last time we were together?
Hello.
Oh, and check this out.
Are you out of bobbin thread?
I'm out of bobbin thread.
Wait, I have a bobbin thread. I have one.
Okay, thanks. I have to tell you, while Karen's getting the bobbin thread, this is another beautiful thing about the retreat. Everyone you can rent a machine for $10 for the whole weekend, and it's a baby lock machine. It's fancier than my machines.
Oh, me too. Hands down.
It has an automatic cutter.
I know. Now you're going to be mixing threads.
That's okay. Oh my goodness. Beep, beep. So you put this in.
It took us, we actually had to be shown how to thread the machine.
Right. And Cindy, who sews 8 hours a day.
Yep. She went to baby lock school.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She did. She told me she's been educated, right? Cindy's been to baby lock school?
Yes.
Yeah.
Educated.
Yeah.
We have learned so much. Cindy does a lot of the sewing. Jenny will design the quilts, and then Cindy will actually sew the quilts.
Oh, I think that's all you have to do. You don't have to even have a tail sticking out.
Really?
Yeah. It's like magic. So I'm interested if, for those of you who have machines that have like an automatic cutter and an automatic threader and all of that, do you find that you have a hard time going back to a more manual machine? You don't even have to do that, Lynn. I know, it fixes, it does it.
Do I have to pull out the thread at all?
No.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna get you a scrap. So
No, that's okay. I'll do it on this. You guys, there's only like 1/4 of an inch of the thread coming up.
Yeah. I don't know how it does it, but it does. I don't have the gizmo on.
Oh, my cover. My goodness. So the question is, for those of us who are using our 1950s machine.
Right.
Did you hear that?
The peanut gallery says get a new machine.
Is that D? Who is that just said that?
Lisa.
Lisa just said get a new one. Get a new machine. Yeah.
I just wonder if once you get used to features like this, if that's it for you, or if you go back and forth.
Oh, good.
Because lots of people treadle and use a modern machine.
True.
So once she did the,
Yep.
so she did the piece with the partials, the first square, the partial seam, and then you just go around clockwise.
Yep.
And so now we have 3 on.
Now we have 3, and we still have this partial seam and the unpart that isn't
Yeah.
sewn.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
The beauty of it is that now this part right here, I'm able to sew the 4th unit on.
Yep.
Sure. And I'm going to get up to where you are, right?
Yep.
Okay. Have we heard from, anyone who's out there, send me a text if you're still out there. And if not, send me an email, elmarquidant@gmail.com, or post it on the Simply Colorful Mystery Quilt Facebook page.
Looking good.
Okay, are we both at the same spot? Woohoo!
Yep.
Bibs. Okay. So now remember the partial seam that we made at the very beginning?
Yeah.
That is now going to be fully sewn. And the way you do that is you fold the final seam back over.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And this,
That's not as hard as I thought it was going to be. We should rename it something other than partial seam, because partial seam, makes you break out into a sweat, but
okay, what should we name it?
I don't know.
It really,
It's not a big deal.
It is not a big deal.
Yeah, not a big deal at all.
Of course, I could really use some scissors.
Oh, gotcha.
Thank you, KB. Are folks getting ready to show us what you're working on?
Get ready.
Thank you, KB. So what I found is when I do go to do this partial seam,
Yep.
I clip that 1/2 inch.
Really?
Or that 1/4 inch, just because it's easier for me to lay it down. Did you, you didn't have to do that?
Well, I just stretched it.
Okay.
So that would be a better thing to do. Okay. Got you.
Okay. So we came with some t-shirts, everyone. Oh, Jenny Doan came in. Should we tell them about Jenny?
Sure.
She came in, actually, and she presented to us with her husband and a film crew who was here from Brigham Young University.
Oh, is that where they were from?
Yeah,
BYU.
BYU. They're doing a whole series on turning points, that's what they're calling it. And they are doing a 1/2-hour special on Jenny and what she has done here
Okay.
in Hamilton. And so they're capturing B-roll.
Okay.
So inspiring.
Yes. Yes. What a story. What a story. She's so upbeat and positive and accessible and yeah. And all of her quilts and designs and tutorials are available online.
It's amazing.
I mean, that's
What'd
a very open and sharing thing to do.
What'd she say, every Friday? Nice, yeah. So, you want to make 12 of these.
Okay.
And then the next part of this clue is to put your border on 2 sides.
Okay.
Right? And then web them all together.
Okay.
So you're going to end up with 12.
Okay.
Again, the key here,
Yeah.
make sure it's important that the fabric that you cut 32 1-inch squares out of, I keep forgetting which one it is, D. It's important for the D.
Letter D.
We have a woman named D here. Make sure that your D chain goes up and down. You'll end up with 4 D chains down. No, 3 D chains down and then 4 of the other chains. It's going to be important for the border.
But all 12 of these units are the same.
Correct. Correct, Sari.
Oh my gosh.
They're all the same.
Okay. All right. Well, I have to go get finished.
Okay, beautiful. Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
We'll check in with you when you're.
All right.
So make 12 of these. Now, I could sit here in Missouri and keep quilting on this, but I would rather have you meet the other folks who are here. And we're all wearing name tags. Of course, I have not learned everyone's name yet, but you should see what some people are working on. Is there anyone who would like to show us what they're working on? You don't have to. That's a good idea. Actually, we'll show that toward the end of the hour. Yeah. Tammy, thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, this is gorgeous too.
Tell folks what your name is. Come say hi first.
Okay. Hi.
Hi. Where are you from?
I'm Tammy and I'm from Kansas City.
And how many times have you been to this retreat?
First time.
First time. How long have you been quilting?
About 3 years.
3 years. You're not going to believe this quilt. Show us what you've been working on today after. And is there a story behind this quilt?
Yes, this is a quilt that I designed for my daughter. She's graduating from high school. And her school colors are blue and gold, and her school mascot is the eagle. So this is
Oh my goodness, here, I'll
the
hold this.
quilt. Oh, we gotta turn it this way.
Oh my. Look at that.
She graduates this year.
What are you making your eagle out of?
That's wool. It'll be a wool applique.
It is, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Did you design it?
I did, using the EQ7.
You did.
Yes.
Wow.
This is one of my projects I want to have the top finished this weekend, and dangerously close to accomplishing.
You sure are. So why did you come to this retreat? Do you want to share or tell?
Sure.
If you want. Now, people, I should tell you a little bit about who's out there.
Okay.
FiberCast is just all about people sewing together around the world, really, every Friday night. In some places, it's Saturday morning. Like Australia, we have a lot of folks from Australia. Hi, Allie. Hi, Peggy. And we all do it for different reasons, but it's really, why do you quit?
I just find it to be relaxing. I've been sewing since I was in 6th grade, just craft type sewing, but I've always wanted to learn to quilt. And like Jenny, I don't have any heritage quilters in my family. So as my kids became older and I began having more of my own free time, I went up to a local craft shop and I took a class. I made a Jacob's ladder quilt block, and that was about 3 years ago, and I've been hooked ever since.
And you're doing some pretty advanced quilting right away, so you just took to it.
Well, I got very lucky. I actually joined a quilt guild.
Oh, good.
And the quilting guild gave me the opportunity to meet other quilters, and I have some fantastic mentors that have really shown me things that otherwise in 3 years I probably would not have had the ability to learn as quickly.
Good for you. And I'm sure you've asked questions.
Yes,
Right?
yes, many questions.
Wow. Well, if you had to encourage folks that are on the phone about quilting or anything, or is there anyone you'd like to say hi to? Because this will be on the internet, and as Jenny said, it lives forever.
I will say hi to Sherry, my great friend and mentor, and so.
And Sherry is in Kansas City as well?
She is, yes.
Hi, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
That's so nice. Thank you for coming and showing the quilt.
You're welcome. It's
I
been
appreciate
enjoyable. I look forward to the rest of the weekend with you.
You too. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Do you have pop? I got pop. I told him to stay there. Just come with the kids.
Okay. We're in the Midwest. We have Pop. And I asked about Pop because we have what is she?
He's a Shih Tzu and Papillon.
A Shih Tzu and Papillon. He's adorable. Here he comes. Here he comes. Oh wait, he's camera shy. Oh, come say hi. Say hello. Hi, baby. How are you?
That's a new pig ear he just got, so.
Oh, so he's chewing it.
He wants to go get it.
Do you know we have a black lab? Oh, he wants to go get it. Yeah. Would you like to tell us about your quilting? Or do you want to bring him?
I don't have much. I'm working on a quilt for my son's school right now, a class project, so just designed it and had them each pick out the color cross they wanted and then pick out the background. And I had done the Wonder Under, so then I went in one day and they picked out each one and ironed it on. And so I just did the sashing in between, and I finished most of them. I finished all the rows, so I was going to do them together, and then figure out how I'm going to do the quilt in the middle. Which I haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to do yet because I want to put the quilt, but I think I want to embroider or applique. I haven't decided.
Do you know what the quote will be?
Be merciful as your Father is merciful.
Okay, be merciful as your Father is merciful. So it's.
But I wanted the merciful to be bigger and then Father to be bolder. So it's 4 blocks across and then 6 down, and then the middle will be 4 by 4 that will have the quote. But it's going to kind of go across because I still did the sashing through it. So it'll be a different color. That's why I thought about doing the applique and then embroidering around. But it's still a work in my mind. So until that comes to fruition, then it will come. Stay pieced.
Isn't that's one of my favorite things.
I kind of have to work on other projects to figure out how I'm going to finish that one.
Exactly.
To get my mind through.
And then it comes. It's, I'm not a big one for following patterns really closely.
I like to make my own.
Yes. Yes.
Probably because I can't follow the patterns very well. So I tend to make my own.
Do you want to show it to us?
I'll go get the piece. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Let me get a drink.
Yes, please do. I would like everyone to meet our hostesses. Is that the right hostess or event managers or bosses or bosses?
I like being a boss. I like retreat queen.
Oh, I like that too.
I'll be a retreat queen. I like
I love that. Well, Cindy gave me Susan. I have 2 aunts. One is Aunt Susie and one's Aunt Nancy. I'm going to remember this. I'm sorry, Nancy.
You're going down. We have name tags on, so you know us. See, Cindy and Susan. Move on. Just go on.
Welcome to FiberCast.
Oh, thank you.
Could you introduce yourself to our viewers at home?
And what do you want to know?
I want to know how you got started in quilting and why you're here.
Okay. I made my first quilt in 1981 when I was having my daughter, and I learned from my great aunt who came over to my house with little newspaper print pictures from the Kansas City Star that she had clipped out and put into little baggies, and she brought over this box, and we went through and we picked a block. And then we had to sit and figure out what we would make for the whole quilt, because this is 1981. There aren't very many quilt books out.
No.
You have quilt blocks, but you have to figure out how much yardage. If you've got, 32-inch squares, how much yardage you need for that.
Which quilting I was attracted to very early on because of the math and the problem solving.
So Georgia bone steel.
Yes.
Debbie Bones.
Yes.
Yes. Really, there were so few books out. And it's hard for people now that are quilting, I think, to even understand how limited. And fabric was very limited. We had little calico prints, and
try to find a calico print these days.
I know,
right?
That's true. That's true.
Oh, I love that. So in 81 you started.
Yes.
You've seen the industry evolve dramatically.
I taught school for 20 years, and when I had spring break or any time off, I would make quilts. And then in 2001, I opened a quilt shop.
Oh, how many of us have that dream, right? You made it a reality.
Yes.
Wow.
Put an ad in the newspaper, and voila.
So you really did?
She did. I really did find her in the newspaper.
They have, when they were giving us a beauty secret earlier tonight, they mentioned that was how they met.
You thought we were kidding.
I did.
I said, this is what you get from a newspaper
A
ad.
newspaper ad. And then we debated whether it was a personal ad
Yeah, no, it wasn't that. So we had the shop for about 10 years. Cindy was my manager. And then in 2008, I sold off the shop. And in that time, starting in 2006, I started inventing rulers. So I have the binding tool, the bias ruler, the fold away.
I love those. Those are yours.
You didn't even know you were with royalty. So
really
I'm
didn't.
ruler
She's been in her
royalty.
pajamas.
Yeah,
She looks totally
exactly.
different in real clothes.
I know, because I heard I was going to be on. I just like dressed up. No. So anyway, I traveled. Cindy traveled with me. 2010, I moved to Kansas City, but I was still traveling doing rulers.
Yep.
And then I started working for Missouri Star in April of this year, so I've only been here a few months.
What a rocket ship.
Huh?
Yeah.
So what's fun?
What's your
What's my
story?
It's not anything glamorous. I mean, my first quilt in '72, it was the pillow one, you
That's
know?
because she's
Stuffed.
That's because she's older than me. That's how, because in '72, I was just in 8th grade. So I wouldn't have been quilting yet.
Okay. That is so
Go ahead.
pathetic.
Go ahead.
Even here, in front of this, you have to.
Yes,
I hope you feel good.
I do. And I feel much younger. Okay, go ahead. In '72, while I was in
you were
junior
in
high.
8th grade, and I, of course, was mature and graduated from high school. I made my first polo quilt, one of those stuffy where you
Yes.
for a friend that had a baby.
Oh.
These are the lumpiest darn things ever. I don't know why people ever thought those were nice, but
Now remind me, are those literally, did you make little pockets and you stuffed it and then you whip stitched them together?
yes.
Did you put a pleat in it? A
Put
pleat on each side, in the
side
center.
of the
to make
pocket.
it quick.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
that I have to share this, and then I definitely want to hear more about your stories. My first quilt I made when I was 13 for my grandmother, and I wanted it to have more trapunto, right?
Yeah.
Right? I had not a clue how to do trapunto, so I took another piece of square fabric, and I appliqued it on top. I'll never forget this. I took a little piece of wad of stuffing, and I put it on my quilt, and then I put my little square around. I'm 13.
And then you zigzagged?
No.
Did you do it by hand?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And I thought for sure my grandmother would never know. How I thought that was just so amazing. So you did a pillow quilt.
I did a pillow quilt and then did like cheater quilts, you know, where you have the whole thing is a picture or whatever. I didn't say I was proud of it. I just
Like a
said
panel.
that's what I like a panel. Did that time. You know, I was a busy young mother. Oh, don't look so smug. Man. Oh yeah. Miss, I have a grandmother in Kansas City Star. Well, I didn't have a grandmother that did that. I made my own quilts and they looked really nice.
I bet they did. And you raised a family,
I did.
which takes a lot of
I did.
time.
Yeah.
6 kids.
No kidding.
I have 5 girls and a boy. Yes.
Congratulations. Wow.
And I lived to tell it.
Lived. And do you quilt as much now? I know the answer to this.
I quilt more now than I ever did.
Ever in your life.
Ever in
Tell
my
us
life.
what you do today for Missouri Star.
I have a really hard and terrible job. I sew with Jenny 8 hours a day from 8:30 in the morning until 5 o'clock at night. And then when we have retreats, then I am here from Thursday to Sunday. It's bad.
It's remarkable. Wow.
Yeah, and we're still doing retreats together.
You have, for anyone who's not come, this is our first one. Absolutely put this on your bucket list. Come to Hamilton, Missouri. It's just been spectacular.
It is. It's amazingly fun.
Yes, it is.
Always
Yeah,
fun
it is.
people and creative
Good food.
Yes, yes.
You don't have to sew, or you don't have to cook. You can just sew until it's time to eat or shop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we didn't even talk about that too much.
The shopping?
The shopping.
Oh, Cindy should tell you about the shopping.
Shopping is amazing.
Tell them how many stores there are.
There are 11 stores. Okay, we're gonna name them all? Okay.
11, I didn't know
11.
that. We haven't been to 11, have we?
Oh, yeah. Mercantile,
Okay.
floral,
Okay.
So seasonal, or let's start at the bottom there. Okay, so then there's woolen primitives,
Oh, I haven't been to that one.
and then batik,
Okay.
and then the man's land, and then the machine shed, and license to sew, and pennies. Then you go upstairs, and it's children and babies.
Yep.
And modern, and backing, and seasonal.
It's 12.
Well, man's land doesn't really count, but yeah, 12.
It only counts for men.
That's
right.
true.
But it's lovely.
And do you know something? Have you been to Man's Land?
Yes,
And they have the lovely
I
recliners.
peeked in, yes.
And every recliner has a remote. It doesn't do anything, but it has a remote, so they can sit and hold the remote.
Isn't that pathetic? Because that's what men do. Sorry, any men that need their remote, but you know,
That's right.
it's
Well,
what
we
they
have
do.
two at our house.
Yeah.
Mine has batteries in it.
Same thing.
Well, I understand. We get to do a beauty tip on you.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yay!
How much time do we have?
How much time? Well, it's true, we do need a lot of time.
No, we can do this quickly.
Okay, we have 15 minutes.
Oh, it's not going to take
It
that
won't
long.
take 15 minutes.
It won't? Okay. Okay, then we're up
Do you
for
want to
it.
do the first? You do first, and I'll do second.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
I usually get to be the one that gets all this stuff done to me, so it's very nice to have somebody else be able to take part in all this.
Is it your birthday today?
No!
Is it her birthday?
No.
No.
Really?
it really
Not?
isn't.
I think it is. It's somebody's birthday tomorrow.
Is
Whose
it?
birthday tomorrow?
Oh. Yes, it is.
Really?
Sandy sings like Marilyn
Okay,
Monroe.
no, she doesn't. She gravelies. It's not
It's
singing.
beautiful.
We may have time for that later.
All right.
Okay. So we do a really, really, I don't know, beautiful. It's a beautiful effect for when you get in a pinch for makeup, and
And we live in a beautiful world.
we do live in a beautiful world.
It's true.
So we're looking for
Quilting
beautiful
cottons.
Yep. So we found that charcoal can give you the loveliest of eyes.
Yes. So when the fire goes down the road and you have that significant other in your life,
Yes,
that
Bob.
you're going to spend time, Bob, that you're going to spend time with, you reach into the fire and you pull out a charcoal. And
Is it
we
still
are-
hot?
It's
No, this
important to wait until it cools.
Yes.
Okay.
It's bad
And
for the
now
eyelids.
we are going to do the smoky eye.
Oh. Can I tell you one quick story?
Yes.
Before coming out here, I was so excited about doing this that I went to the makeup store. True story. I bought makeup. I went out with Bob 2 nights ago before coming here because I'm not used to wearing makeup, so I wanted to try it on.
Did you do the smoky eye?
I didn't, but I put it on my eyes. The next morning I woke up and my eyes were small and shut. So I need better makeup.
all natural.
Yes.
It's organic, this is organic.
This is organic makeup. Absolutely, it
We've
is.
never thought of using that.
No,
So, okay, we're ready.
So first we're going to do the smoky eye. So we're going to rub this charcoal.
It's a good look.
Oh, don't.
And we need to go clear up to the eyebrow so that it's lovely. And we'll get on the other side.
My mother might be watching.
Hi, Mom.
YouTube is forever.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh,
Okay, now you really, one eye
Look
is
at where
darker
they're
than the other though.
I know, I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
There.
One eye's
I'm just going to
a
leave.
bit darker.
Yes. I'm gonna leave a little sound. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now, so,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
okay, so now, when you're out and you're getting your smoky eye, and you don't have any kind of blush or any lipstick or anything, you always have a can of beads with you. I know, I carry them with me wherever I go, just in case I need beads, in case I need something on my cheeks. Okay, so this makes it really great.
And this is organic as well. So it will not cause any kind of rash or anything on your cheek.
Probably.
Yeah, so you smash it up, and now you can just Oh yeah, suck it in there so you get that nice hollowed out.
Oh, like I've ever had hollowed out cheeks in my
And don't
life.
get it on your white turtleneck because it's gonna stain. And then over on this, I'll hold it better this time. Okay, so
If you're hungry, you can have
now we're gonna do
that
lips.
is good.
It's important that your lips.
Oh, my lip.
Oh, that is really good.
Oh my gosh, that's a good look. It is a good look.
And you look beautiful. Look at those sultry, smoky
Let's
eyes.
take a little picture for
Come
Bob.
here, baby. Hi, Mom.
Don't you all agree? It's a good look for her.
Lynn, I think you need to blow your husband a kiss.
Do you want a demo hander?
No, oh, yes, yes.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
this is,
This is
yes.
Okay, so this is for, oh, it's for me.
Oh, no, you need to. We've already done it. We get to do it all the time. You should
Do you
really.
spend time
I
outside?
do, I love to
Do you
garden.
garden? Oh,
As
these
does-
are perfect.
It
Perfect.
keeps those. I haven't had them, as you can tell. I
Yes,
have
because
brown
she
spots.
uses these quite often.
So I've got some brown spots. But
No,
you,
those are
if
beautiful.
you put these on now. Now it's really important though that when you put them on, make sure that the
label is at the top.
is going in the right place. Yeah,
This
on
thing.
the top.
The thing. Okay, go right ahead.
Okay, so slide those on and then just hold your hands up and show everybody because it's
Uh-oh.
Hand
Hand
your
your pants.
hand your hands because they go on your hands rather than under.
Those are beautiful. Look at. There's
I don't know if you
Wait,
need
Lynn,
to get it.
see
You need to
that,
get it
Lynn?
closer. Yeah, you need to. They really need to see the full
Very nice.
the
Profile.
You and Bob can be twinning.
I don't even know what that means.
Okay,
You guys are all so good to me.
I think you're gonna have to get
You're
up there
gonna have to
really
get really
Okay.
close because you have to get an up close
To
shot
get the
of
full
that.
effect.
So remember, I can't believe you're making me do this. Okay, this may be the last FiberCast. Okay. Hand or pants. Hand or pants. For those of you who are outside in the garden all the time and you get the little brown spots,
And your pants will do the trick.
wear these all the time. Put them on when you get up, before you even go outside, and then when you go outside, just don't ever take them off. Right? They're beautiful.
Yes.
I think if you have an office job and you type a lot, that would
Yeah.
probably be.
Oh, yes,
because
they're kind of elastic.
I think that's professional for any setting.
Yeah.
I love
True.
it. They're just-
These are gonna fly off the shelf.
We'll use, you can go on and wind this down with your people.
I will. Thank you so
It's
much.
been delightful.
It really has. Nancy, please come back.
I will.
Susan,
And whatever your name
Thank
is.
you, Lynn.
Cindy.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye. I'm not kidding you. You have to come here. Come say hi. Let's round this up. Bail me out here, Beth. Oh, dear. Good luck for me. I need some of that charcoal. Oh, well, here's some beets though. Beth. This is Beth Allen, whom I talk about, and she sends us notes.
I email her all the time. I now know her. And I'm proud to say she's still a friend.
Oh, thank you for coming.
Thank you for letting me crash. This has been so much fun.
Hasn't it? Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about you? Where did you come in from?
South Carolina.
Oh, wow.
It's cold here.
It's cold. It's cold. Have you always been in South Carolina?
No, I lived in California, the San Francisco Bay Area, for about half of my life, and half of my life now in South Carolina.
Beautiful. I love the San Francisco Bay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
South Carolina is beautiful too.
Yes.
How long have you been quilting?
Sewing since I was a teenager, and quilting probably, honestly, for about 20 years.
Yep.
But I'm not technically correct yet. I'm
No.
still learning.
But it's in your blood.
Yeah.
You've always
Yeah.
had fiber in your
Grandmother.
hands or
Yeah.
your. Yeah. Have you ever made dog clothes? I didn't ask you that.
I was never a doll person.
Yeah.
I made pillows and
Oh, that's neat.
what else did we do in home ec and junior high? Pillows, tote bags.
Yep. I remember making skirts and all that.
I did make a wraparound skirt.
Y'all remember
Yes,
those?
yes. Yeah, lots of wraparound skirt. And I used to make my clothes. I worked at a bank and made all my clothes, beautiful suits, plaid.
No kidding.
Yeah, matched. Beautiful.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Wow. So that was then. This is now.
Yes.
What
In
are
Missouri.
you in Missouri? What are you doing? What do you do now? I'm leading into the R word.
R. Oh, retired?
Yes! My favorite R word in the
I
whole world.
quilt. I quilt. And I have a dog that is my best friend and family close by and quilt.
And
So
you live on a lake and you
I live on a lake. I
travel.
travel. Yeah, I'm lucky enough to get to travel a lot.
Oh, isn't that nice? Yeah. Now, before you came here for this weekend, you had sent me an email about being on Instagram and doing some things. I have since learned that you have. What are you doing online that's creative?
I have a podcast also,
Okay.
but it's short. It's about 5 or 6 minutes a day, sometimes longer. It's usually rather embarrassing, sort of like your makeup.
Yes. Is it
Beauty
kind of
tips.
silly when you're looking at me? I'm sorry.
No. You look like you're getting ready to go to the Super Bowl. It's my quilt time, and the podcast is called Quilt Time. TYME.
Because why?
Why? Because we have to.
Okay.
So Quilt Time on YouTube.
And every day for
Every day.
5 minutes,
Almost
you share
every day.
what
For
you
about
do.
5-7 minutes, I quilt. Sometimes it's not quilting. Sometimes it's baking with my granddaughter a pumpkin pie.
Oh, neat.
Teaching her how to sew. She's 5, so that's
Neat.
got to work on the next generation.
Isn't that the truth? Jenny said that today too.
Yeah. Oh, she was amazing.
Wasn't she?
Such a nice lady.
What would you tell people here about Missouri Quilt's company that you didn't expect when you?
I think everybody it's huge. It's taken over the town, literally revitalized the town. And it's, everybody is genuinely involved and enjoying being involved.
Yes.
You know, everybody's
You
happy.
can feel it,
Yeah,
can't you?
it oozes happiness and kindness and a really neat place.
It really is. Yep. Nowhere like it. Well, thank you for sharing.
Thank you for letting me crash your party.
Oh, come anytime. Next year, same time.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Jean, can we show a quilt to round out the hour? Sure. No, you've been working on. And